My girlfriend said, I want an open relationship, only on my side. I said, okay, packed her things, changed the locks. She sued, but the court ordered her to pay me $7,400. Then her entire meltdown was live streamed online while thousands roasted her in real time. Hey Reddit! My GF decided she wanted freedom, but only on her terms. So I said fine, have it your way, packed her stuff, and moved on. But trust me, she wasn't done yet. Before we get into the chaos, let me start from the beginning. I'm Evan, 29. Been with Camilla for 3 years. For the last 3 months, we lived together in my apartment. Well, technically my apartment. Lease is under my name. I cover the rent and utilities. Most of the bills run through my accounts. She moved in temporarily when her roommate left town, but somehow temporary turned into 3 months. Things were mostly fine until one Thursday night when we were out for dinner with 2 of my friends, Marcus and Leon. Cheap pasta place, nothing fancy. Camilla was dressed like she was going somewhere after. Full makeup, new dress I hadn't seen before. We're sitting there eating when she drops this on the table like it's nothing. My therapist says I should explore my independence and relationships more, she says, twirling spaghetti around her fork. So, I've decided to open our relationship. Just on my side. Fork halfway to my mouth, I froze. Just on your side? Yeah, she said, like it was the most normal thing in the world. You don't need to, obviously. I just feel like I need to experience more before I settle down. Marcus choked on his water. Leon stared at her like she'd grown a second head. I just nodded slowly, because what do you even say to that in public? Okay, I said finally. We can talk about it later. No, she said, shaking her head. I've made up my mind. Then she changed the subject and started telling Marcus about some new yoga studio she loved. Like she hadn't just announced she wanted to date other people while living in my apartment. After dinner, we walked home. She was on her phone the whole way, smiling at her screen. Half a block from the apartment, she says, "Oh, I might be out late? Yoga thing with friends." Friends? I asked. She shrugged. You know Mateo? The guy from class I told you about? We might get drinks after? I didn't say anything. Just unlocked the door and let her in. She got ready fast. Changed into something even shorter than what she wore to dinner. Perfume cloud following her around the apartment. Before leaving, she stopped by the couch. Don't wait up, okay? She said, kissing my cheek like we were still normal. Sure, I said. The door closed behind her. I pulled out my phone and texted Marcus. You heard all that right? Yeah, man, WTF, you good? She's out with yoga guy now. Keep every message. Don't react tonight. So I didn't. I sat there for a while thinking back over the last few months. We'd agreed she'd reimburse half of groceries and utilities. She hadn't paid her half of groceries in 3 months. Utilities? She'd stopped contributing 2 months ago. Her phone line was on my plan because she got a better deal that way. Car insurance under my name for the same reason. Netflix, Hulu, Spotify, all mine. I'd been on autopilot paying for everything without thinking about it. Now she wanted to explore, but I was supposed to keep footing the bill? Camilla came home at 2 a.m. I was half asleep but heard the door. She tried to be quiet, but I could smell Mateo's cologne on her when she walked by. Next morning she was glowing, full of stories about how spiritual Mateo was, how he just gets her. She asked if I was jealous. Why would I be? I said, pouring coffee. She smiled like that was the answer she wanted. Saturday she was on her phone all day. At one point she came into the living room. Hey, can you send me $150? I want to get my nails done before tonight. Tonight? I asked. Yeah, Mateo and I are going to this new place. I looked at her. Why would I pay for that? She frowned. You always pay for my nails. That was when we were together, I said. You're dating other people now. Doesn't seem right for me to fund that. She stared like I'd spoken another language. You're being petty, she said finally. Just seems fair, I said. She muttered something about me being immature and left to Venmo request her mom instead. Sunday afternoon, she was in the bedroom talking on speakerphone to her friend Sophia. Door wide open, like she wanted me to hear. I don't get why he's acting weird, Camilla said. It's not like we're breaking up. I just need freedom. I didn't say anything. She went out again. Nights blurred. Within a couple of weeks, she was practically living at Mateo's. I sat there thinking about bills, leases, and how fast things had changed. Monday morning before work, I called Mr. Grayson, my landlord. Quick question, I said. Camilla's not on the lease, right? Nope, he said. Why? Just checking, I said. She's a guest, he said. Why? You want her gone? Not yet, I said, but maybe soon. He laughed. Your place? Your call. I went to work, told Marcus the whole thing over lunch. Document everything, he said. Texts, payments, dates she leaves, all of it. Yeah, I said, thinking about it. That night, Camilla got ready again. Red dress this time. Going out? I asked. She smiled. Mateo's cooking for me. Cool, I said. When the door shut, I opened my laptop and started gathering bank statements. Camilla didn't come back Monday night. Around 9 a.m. Tuesday, she strolled in wearing the same red dress, carrying her heels, humming like nothing happened. She saw me at the kitchen table with my laptop open, receipts spread out, and paused. Morning, she said, pouring herself coffee like she lived here rent-free, which technically she did. I didn't respond. I was too busy double-checking the utilities portal on my screen. 2 months unpaid on her half. She sat down across from me. You're acting weird. I just nodded, saved another screenshot, and closed the laptop. When she left for yoga, I called Mr. Grayson again. So, let's confirm, I said. She's a guest, not a tenant, correct? That's right, he said. Lease is in your name only. She has no legal standing here. Good to know, I said. He chuckled. Sounds like trouble. You have no idea, I said, and hung up. That afternoon, I made a list. Everything in my name she was using, as I'd already mentioned. Phone plan, her line under my account. Car insurance, my policy, her car. Streaming, Netflix, Hulu, Spotify. Grocery delivery, auto pay on my card. Utilities, all in my name, auto debited. I started with the easiest one, Netflix. Logged in, removed her profile, changed the password. Did the same with Hulu and Spotify. Next, called the car insurance company. Remove this vehicle, I told them, giving them her plate number. She needs her own policy. The rep asked, is she aware? She will be, I said. Finally, I called the phone company. Split this line into a separate account, I said. I'll pay until the end of the month. After that, she handles it. That evening, Camilla came home talking a mile a minute about some new meditation retreat Mateo wanted to take her to. Then she said, oh, by the way, can you Venmo me for the retreat fee? It's only $300. I looked at her. You're asking me to pay for your trip with Mateo? Well, yeah, she said. It's personal growth. I shook my head. Not happening. She frowned. You've always supported me. That was when we were in a relationship, I said. You decided to open things. You can pay for your own dates now. Her mouth opened, closed, then she stormed off to the bedroom. Wednesday morning, she tried to use Netflix. Why's the password not working? She yelled from the living room. I changed it, I said, buttering toast. Why? Because I pay for it, I said. And I'm cutting off accounts I'm not using. She walked in, arms crossed. We share everything. I shook my head. No, I pay for everything. You just use it. She stared at me like I'd insulted her personally. You're being childish. Setting boundaries isn't childish, I said. She grabbed her purse. I'm staying at Mateo's tonight. Okay, I said. The door slammed behind her. That night, I started packing her things. Not throwing them out, just packing. 3 big boxes. Clothes, shoes, personal items. I took pictures of everything for proof, labeled each box neatly, put them in the corner of the living room. I also pulled out the receipts showing she called her stay here temporary when she moved in 3 months ago. 2 months of texts about apartment hunting, her saying, thanks for letting me crash here till I find my own place. Thursday morning, Camilla breezed in at 10 a.m., saw the boxes, and stopped cold. What's this? She asked. Your stuff, I said. Packing it so it's ready when you find your own place. Her face twisted, then softened for a second. I didn't think temporary meant you'd actually make me leave, she said quietly. I thought it meant until I got stable. You opened the relationship, I said. Seems like you're halfway out already. The softness vanished. She grabbed a few clothes from the top box and stuffed them into a tote bag. Friday afternoon, I met Marcus for lunch near my office. She's mad about the Netflix thing, I told him. Marcus laughed. That's what she's mad about? Not the fact you're packing her stuff? She thinks nothing should change, I said. Document everything, he reminded me. Already on it, I said. Friday night, Camilla had another date with Mateo. I spent the evening scanning receipts into a folder on my laptop. Utilities, groceries, insurance, all under my name. Labeled the folder, Camilla Expenses. She came home late again, glowing. Mateo made homemade pasta, she said like I cared. Cool, I said without looking up. She stared at me for a long moment, then muttered something about me being cold and went to bed. By Sunday, I had all her accounts separated, phone line transfer scheduled, car insurance split off, streaming services locked, Grocery auto pay canceled. I left the utilities in my name and removed her as an authorized contact, revoked her online access, and noted with each provider that I was the sole account holder going forward. Marcus texted, "You sure about this?" "Yep, she wants freedom. She can pay for it herself." Camilla spent Sunday night at Mateo's again. I used the time to email Mr. Grayson, asking about the process for changing locks if a guest moves out. He replied within the hour, "She's not on the lease. If a guest has clearly moved out voluntarily, you can change the cylinder to secure the unit. Leave written notice in the unit and give her 30 days to pick up her belongings." Perfect. It's about 2 weeks later, I called in late to work. Camilla had spent 14 straight nights at Mateo's, telling friends she wasn't living here. First thing I did was call a locksmith. "Need the cylinder changed today?" I told him. He came within the hour. By noon, the locks were changed, and I had 2 fresh keys. While he worked, I stacked Camilla's 3 boxes neatly by the wall, snapped time-stamped photos, and taped a note. "You've voluntarily moved out. Your belongings are here. You have 30 days to pick them up. Contact me to arrange a time." I taped it to the top box. Tuesday morning, she tried her old key. Didn't work. She rang the buzzer. I opened the window. "Change the locks," I said. Her eyes widened. "You can't do that." "Landlord says I can." "You're not on the lease." "You're kicking me out?" "You left 2 weeks ago," I said. "You've been at Mateo's since then." She glared, muttered something I couldn't hear, and left. Around noon, my phone lit up with messages from Sophia. "Evan, why did you lock Camilla out? She's crying at Mateo's right now. This is cruel. She just needs space." I ignored them. Then Vivian called. "Evan," she snapped the second I answered. "You can't throw my daughter out on the street." "She's been staying at Mateo's," I said. "She told me you abandoned her." I laughed once. "She left to be with someone else. I packed her things safely. She can pick them up any time." "You men are all the same," she said, and hung up. That evening, I drove to my friend Andre's place by the lake. I crashed there for the rest of the week and through the weekend. Fishing, fire pit, peace, and quiet. No calls, no texts, no Camilla drama. Monday morning, I finally turned my phone back on. 46 missed calls from Sophia, Vivian, unknown numbers, and texts from Camilla, ranging from, "We need to talk to you, ruined my life." By lunch, Marcus stopped by my office. "You look relaxed," he said. "Weekend off-grid," I said. "Best decision I've made all year." He nodded. "She's losing it on social media, by the way." I raised an eyebrow. "She posted some long thing about men being controlling," he said. "Half her friends are sharing it." "Good for her," I said. That night, Camilla showed up outside my building with Sophia. Security called me from the lobby. "There are 2 women here demanding to be let up," the guard said. "Not visitors," I said. "Don't buzz them in." I heard Camilla yelling through the phone line. "He locked me out illegally. He has my stuff." "Tell her the boxes are in storage," I said. I watched from my window as she left, furious, Sophia holding her arm like she was the victim in some movie. 15 minutes later, my phone buzzed again. "Camilla, unknown number. You're going to regret this." I saved the screenshot. Tuesday morning, Vivian showed up, arguing with security in the lobby. They called me again. "She says she's your mother-in-law," the guard said. "I'm not married," I said. "Don't let her in." Vivian's yelling carried through the phone. "You can't abandon my daughter like this." "She abandoned herself," I said. That evening, Mateo texted again. "She's packing to leave, going to stay with Sophia now. Just letting you know." "Cool," I wrote back. I sat at my kitchen table that night. Paperwork spread out. Lease in my name only. Bank statements showing all payments from my account. Screenshots of her texts about staying temporarily. Marcus texted, "You keeping all that?" "Yep. Feels like she's building up to something." "Good. Stay ready." By the end of the week, Camilla had burned through Mateo's patience and was sleeping on Sophia's couch. My phone stayed quiet except for the occasional message from Vivian demanding I be a man and take her back. I didn't respond. Instead, I filed away every message, every screenshot, every receipt. Something told me this wasn't over. By the end of week 2, the noise blew up. I woke to 18 texts from Sophia, 3 from Vivian, and a long paragraph from Camilla off a new number. "You can't erase me. Changing the locks was illegal. I have rights." I replied with her own text from 2 months earlier, calling her stay temporary until she found her own place. "Doesn't look like you do," I wrote. Silence. Marcus pinged. "She posted about you." On Instagram, a tragic black and white selfie about financial abuse and controlling partners. On Facebook, a paragraph about me kicking her out after years of devotion. Withholding money as punishment. I answered once with a clean timeline. Dates, screenshots, payments. No name calling, just receipts. I'd tacked on a snide closer, then edited it out an hour later. Petty. My DMs lit up. Ricardo. She did the same to me in college. Samir. Lived with me 8 months rent-free. Called me abusive when I asked her to leave. Jonathan. Said I was controlling because I wouldn't pay her credit card. By evening, we had a group chat. Marcus, Leon, those three, and me. Someone dubbed it Camilla Survivor Society. Meanwhile, Sophia called 5 times. I let it go to voicemail and saved it. You can't humiliate her online. She says you're twisting things. Camilla started couch hopping. Saturday, she packed up at Sophia's and tried Dean's place, a dating app guy. By Sunday, he DM'd me. She's been here 3 days and wants to move in. Normal? I replied. Run. Monday, his TikTok, a POV skit of the girl who brings 3 suitcases on the first date. Didn't name her, but the comments did the math. Tuesday, Sophia texted. She couldn't stay. Camilla kept flirting with her boyfriend Noah as a loyalty test. Marcus read that over my shoulder. She's eating through couches like termites. Vivian called to say I was making her daughter homeless. She's got 3 other men in a friend group, I said. She's not homeless. She burned bridges. Mateo messaged. Camilla told him I was abusive and wouldn't let her have friends or money. I sent screenshots. Her open relationship just on her side. The Venmo asks. The bill's under my name. He replied, yeah. She left that part out. Online, she doubled down. Toxic men using money as power. Plus a photo of the labeled boxes like it proved cruelty. Leaving out that she'd been sleeping elsewhere for 2 weeks. In a DM, she backpedaled, my therapist didn't tell me to do this, then posted again anyway. I stopped engaging and kept saving everything. Marcus said she was building to something. Small claims, maybe. Let her try. By Thursday, Jonathan added another pattern note. Ricardo confirmed. Samir suggested timelines for legal. That evening, Dean kicked her out after she screamed about nail money. Real men handle things, he quoted. Friday, she crashed at Mateo's, then claimed I was stalking her because I knew where she'd been staying. I left one comment. You post your locations on your stories, then muted the thread. Saturday, Noah DM'd me. She's gotta leave. Chaos. Sunday, Marcus and I had coffee. You keeping the receipts updated? He asked. Every day. That afternoon, Mr. Grayson called. Building security caught her late at night, trying a card in my lock after the key failed. He forwarded the footage, time-stamped, crystal clear. I called Victor, an old college friend turned lawyer. File a police report for the record, he said. I wasn't pressing charges, just documenting. So I did. Monday morning, I got a knock at my door. Some guy in a polo handed me an envelope and left without saying a word. Inside, paperwork. Camilla was suing me in small claims court for illegal eviction and emotional distress. And she wanted 3 months of living expenses and $10,000 for trauma. I read it twice, laughed once, then called Victor. Sent him photos of the envelope, my lease, texts, receipts, everything I'd been collecting. Victor called back after half an hour. She wasn't on the lease, right? Nope, I said. She paid no rent? None, I said. Not a single month. Then this will be quick, he said. Get me her texts about staying temporarily, and the one about opening the relationship. Already in a folder, I said. Victor chuckled. You're making my job easy. Meanwhile, Camilla's social media campaign got louder. She posted a selfie crying in Sophia's kitchen, with a caption about men who weaponize housing. Comments full of stay strong and you deserve better. Then someone leaked a video. Not me. Looked like Dean filmed her yelling at him for refusing to pay for her nails. The video hit TikTok under the title, Entitled Girl Demands. Man fund her date life. Thousands of views in hours. Comments weren't on her side this time. Mateo messaged me Tuesday night. She told me you stalked her, he wrote. I sent him the security footage of her trying my lock. Wow, he wrote. She told me you locked her out while she was still living there. She left voluntarily, I said. Stayed at your place first night, then Dean's, then Sophia's. Now she's suing me. Mateo just wrote back, I feel dumb. Wednesday morning, I went through her old stuff still in storage. 3 boxes labeled and untouched. Took photos again with timestamps. Sent them to Victor for the file. Perfect, he said. Proves you packed everything safely and offered pickup. Thursday afternoon, Camilla's mom called again from another new number. You're ruining her life, Vivian said. She made a mistake. You need to take her back. She made about 10 mistakes in a row, I said. You men never forgive, she snapped. She sued me, I said. Not the other way around. Vivian hung up. Friday morning, local gossip blog ran a piece. Housing drama explodes on social media. Who's lying? They quoted Camilla's posts about financial control, but also linked my timeline screenshots. Comment section was split until someone posted the TikTok of her yelling about nail money. Public opinion shifted fast after that. Saturday night, Sophia's boyfriend Noah messaged me directly. "She tried hitting on me again," he wrote. "Sophia's done. She's leaving tomorrow." "Where's she going?" I asked. "No clue," he said. Sunday morning, Camilla launched a YouTube channel, Independent Women Rising. First video titled, "My Story Escaping Control." 10 minutes of her talking about how I cut her off financially to punish her for wanting freedom. It got 200 views before someone uploaded side-by-side screenshots of her Venmo requests for Mateo's spa trip. Comments roasted her until she turned them off. Monday evening, Victor called with an update. "She's claiming emotional distress because you changed the locks," he said. "She wasn't living here anymore," I said. "Exactly," he said. "Her own posts have timestamps proving she stayed elsewhere for 2 weeks before you changed them. I'm going to print everyone." Tuesday, another video leaked. Looked like Blake, some guy she matched with on Tinder, filmed her asking if he'd co-sign an apartment lease after one date. Title: "Girl wants me to sign lease after 48 hours." But internet tore that one apart too. By Wednesday, the Camilla Survivor Society group chat was at full speed. Jonathan: "She tried this with me sophomore year. Claimed abuse after I kicked her out for cheating." Samir: "She owes me 3 months utilities still." Ricardo: "I paid her tuition 1 semester. She ghosted me after finals." Victor told me witness statements from them could help if she pushed the abuse angle in court. Friday afternoon, Dean messaged, "She's threatening to sue me now for emotional damage because I posted that TikTok. Document everything," I told him. By the weekend, Camilla had nowhere left to stay. Mateo blocked her. Dean blocked her. Sophia finally told her to leave after the Noah incident. Blake never let her move in after the lease stunt. Marcus read the updates over my shoulder Sunday night. "She's running out of couches," he said. "And friends," I said. Monday morning, court date notice came in the mail. 2 weeks out. Victor told me to bring lease agreement, payment records, screenshots of texts and posts, security footage, police report. He sounded almost cheerful. "This is going to be quick." I believed him. 2 weeks later, I showed up to small claims court with Victor and a folder thick enough to choke a paper shredder. Lease copies, bank statements, photos of the boxes, security footage screenshots, her posts, her texts, everything neatly labeled. Our county allows attorneys in small claims, so Victor handled the filings while I answered most of the judge's questions. Camilla was already in the hallway wearing what looked like a cocktail dress. Bright red, heels, hair done like she was going to a wedding. Her mom, Vivian, sat beside her, arms crossed, glaring at me like I'd run over their dog. Victor leaned toward me. "She's overdressed for this." "She thinks this is a movie," I said. We got called in. Judge Harper, a middle-aged woman with reading glasses, flipped through the case file like she'd rather be anywhere else. "Miss Camilla," she said, "you're suing Mr. Evan for illegal eviction and emotional distress totaling $10,000 and 3 months of expenses. Is that correct?" "Yes, Your Honor," Camilla said in her softest voice. "He threw me out after 3 years together. I had nowhere to go. He changed the locks on me. I've been couch surfing ever since." Judge Harper nodded slowly, then turned to Victor. "Defense?" Victor stood. "Your Honor, we have evidence that Miss Camilla left voluntarily to live with another man before the locks were changed, paid no rent or utilities during her stay, and publicly admitted she was staying temporarily. We also have documentation that Mr. Evan gave her 30 days to collect her belongings." Judge Harper looked at me. "You have all this in writing?" "Yes, ma'am," I said. "Let's see it," she said, holding out her hand. Victor handed her the packet. Judge Harper flipped through silently while Camilla fidgeted. "Miss Camilla," the judge said finally, "why does it say here you moved out voluntarily?" Camilla leaned forward. "I didn't move out. I was visiting friends. He locked me out while I was visiting." Victor cleared his throat. "Your Honor, we have security footage showing Miss Camilla attempting to enter the unit days after leaving to stay elsewhere. We also have public posts where she states she was living with other people during this time." Judge Harper glanced at him. "You have timestamps?" "Yes," Victor said, handing over still frames from the building's cameras with date and timestamps. The judge studied them for a moment. "This shows you trying to open the door with a credit card." Camilla flushed. "I was just checking my stuff." Victor kept going. "We also have witness statements from multiple individuals she stayed with after leaving, all confirming she told them she no longer lived at the apartment. Right on cue, Ricardo, Samir, and Jonathan sat in the back row like it was a reunion. They each submitted short written statements, 1 sentence each, Dates, locations, confirmation she claimed to be done living with me. Then Victor pulled out the police report about the lock attempt and copies of her social media posts accusing me of abuse. Your Honor, she accused my client publicly of illegal eviction, stalking, financial control, all demonstrably false. We have screenshots with timestamps. Judge Harper flipped through them. One had Camilla claiming she was homeless, while another post the same day showed her at Mateo's pool with a drink in her hand. Camilla's voice went shrill. He was supposed to support me after everything I gave to this relationship. Judge Harper raised an eyebrow. Support you while you dated other men? Camilla hesitated. I needed freedom to explore myself. On his dime? The judge asked flatly. Vivian jumped in from the bench. He manipulated her financially. He cut off her phone and Netflix to punish her. Judge Harper sighed like she needed a vacation. Ma'am, those accounts were in his name. He is not required to fund her entertainment while she lives elsewhere. The courtroom chuckled. Camilla turned red. Victor wasn't done. We're countersuing in small claims for reimbursable expenses only. Unpaid utilities and car insurance, totaling $7,400. We have receipts for every cent. He handed those over. Dates, amounts, account numbers, organized like a tax audit. Camilla snapped, This is sexist. He has financial privilege over me. Judge Harper looked over her glasses. He paid rent on his own. That isn't financial control. More laughter from the back row. Camilla tried another angle. I had nowhere to go when he locked me out. Judge Harper flipped to a page. According to this, you stayed with Mateo, then Dean, then Sophia, then another man named Blake. Is that correct? Camilla shifted in her seat. That's not the point. It's exactly the point, Judge Harper said. After an hour, the judge closed the folder. Miss Camilla, you were not a tenant. You paid no rent, no utilities, and you left voluntarily. Mr. Evan had every right to change the locks. Your claims of financial abuse are unfounded. Your case is dismissed with prejudice. You may not refile. Camilla gasped. You're letting him get away with this? Judge Harper continued. On the counterclaim, judgment in favor of Mr. Evan for $7,400 in reimbursable expenses and court costs. Claims like defamation are not before this court. Vivian shot to her feet. This is outrageous! He destroyed her life. Judge Harper banged her gavel once. Based on the evidence, the claims aren't supported. Case closed. Outside the courtroom, Camilla tried one last time. Fake tears, trembling voice. I loved you, Evan, she said. We can fix this. I shook my head. You wanted freedom. Now you've got it. She glared, grabbed Vivian's arm, and stormed off. Victor smirked. Clean small claims win. I just felt relieved it was over. Or at least I thought it was. 2 weeks after court, things finally started feeling normal again. The boxes were gone. Camilla had come with Vivian one afternoon, didn't say a word, just collected her stuff, glared at me, and left. By then, I'd already been seeing Luna for a few weeks. Met her through my climbing group. Totally different vibe. Had her own apartment, her own job in IT, paid for everything herself. Luna knew the whole story because, honestly, it was hard to avoid in our friend group. Friends shared the publicly available filings, and she read them herself. Her only comment, sounds like you handled it better than most people would have. That was it. No drama. 3 weeks later, Marcus had his engagement party at a downtown restaurant. Big event, whole friend group there. Even Ricardo and Samir came since Marcus knew them from college. Halfway through the night, the music stopped. People clinked glasses. Marcus gave a little speech about finding the right person. Everyone cheered, raised their drinks. That's when I saw Camilla and Vivian walk in like they owned the place. She was wearing another over-the-top dress, full makeup, like she thought this was the Oscars. People started whispering. She spotted me and Luna across the room. Loud enough for half the place to hear, Camilla said, Wow, Evan, already downgraded, huh? Luna just looked at her calmly. Hi, she said. Nothing else. Camilla smirked. She doesn't talk much, does she? Guess you like the quiet, boring ones now. Whole room went silent. Someone near the bar pulled out a phone and started live streaming on Instagram. Marcus stepped in. Camilla, maybe not the time? She cut him off, pointing at me. This man abandoned me, locked me out, and now he's parading around with some discount version of me? From the back, Ricardo yelled, Didn't you sue him and lose? People laughed. Samir added, Didn't the judge say you owed him money? More laughter. Camilla's face turned red. None of you know the real story, she shouted. Dean, standing by the buffet, said, We know about the nails, Camilla. The live stream comments started popping up on people's phones around the room. Is this the nail girl? Wait, Isn't she the one from TikTok? LMAO, this is gold. She realized people were filming her and tried to grab the phone from one guy. He stepped back, still streaming. Internet's gonna love this, he said. Camilla snapped. Started yelling about betrayal, fake friends, toxic masculinity, and how I was afraid of strong women. Luna finally spoke, calm as ever. Strong doesn't mean loud, Camilla. It means responsible for yourself. Room erupted again. Someone yelled, "She cooked you!" Camilla stormed out with Vivian chasing after her. The live stream hit a few thousand viewers before the night was over. By morning, clips were all over TikTok, labeled Camilla Meltdown at Engagement Party. 2 days later, Vivian called me again. "She's leaving the state," she said flatly. "Moving in with her cousin. Hope you're happy." "Delighted," I said, and hung up. Next month, people started sending me screenshots. Camilla had taken a call center job in another state. Someone found her LinkedIn update. Excited to start a new chapter helping people every day. Comments were all from old high school friends saying things like, "So proud of you." None of them knew the full story. Meanwhile, Mateo texted me out of nowhere. "She tried calling me again," he said. I blocked her. "Good move," I said. Dean's TikTok series about dating red flags blew up after the engagement party clip. Episode 3 was literally titled, "The One-Sided Open Relationship Girl." Names blurred, but everyone local knew. Sophia finally blocked Camilla after the Noah situation blew up on her too. Apparently, Camilla had posted one last rant claiming Noah led her on, which made Sophia's whole friend group turn on her. A week later, Camilla texted from a new number. "I'm sorry for everything. Can we talk?" I wrote back, "You wanted freedom and got it. Please stop contacting me." Blocked the number. Last I heard, she was still working at the call center, living with her cousin, keeping things quiet after the online humiliation. People moved on. The TikTok videos stopped. The Survivor Society group barely talks anymore. Nothing left to discuss. Marcus got married in the fall. Camilla wasn't invited. Mateo sent me a short message saying he started therapy to figure out why he ignored so many red flags. Dean started dating someone normal. Sophia and Noah broke up unrelated to all this, but at least they were free of the chaos too. Me? I kept climbing with Luna, kept paying my own bills, kept my life simple. No surprise announcements at dinner, no secret boyfriends, no live stream meltdowns. When people asked about Camilla, I just said, "Haven't talked to her. Hope she's doing okay." And I meant it. Because honestly, after all that drama, silence was the best ending I could have asked for. YouTube just dropped this new hype feature. If you're hooked on this story, smash that hype button. It tells YouTube this video deserves to blow up, and it keeps even crazier stories coming your way.